Hello everyone and welcome to the session 5 of unit 4, that is estimation of cost in welding and sheet metal shop, which covers the course outcome ability to estimate the welding and sheet metal components. So myself Muhammad Imran. So in the today's session we are discussing the following content: estimation in sheet metal shop, sheet materials, sheet metal operations such as breaking out, bending, turning up, hollowing, rising, planing, and next is sheet metal joints. Estimation in sheet metal shop. Sheet metal process is generally used for preparing the bodies of cars, buses, boiler shells, chimneys, boxes, pipes, etc. So almost all the automobile vehicles, their bodies, the BIW, body in white, it is called as body in white, usually made up of sheet metals. If you can see the bodies of a bus, you can clearly see the sheet metals there inside the body of the buses. So it is mainly used in automobile bodies and the chimneys and some boiler shells and then some cylinders, some kinds of you can see the cylinders which is carried by the automobile for carrying petroleum products. So all those cylinders and everything, these pipes all are made up of sheet metal. So sheet metals has a wide variety of application in the engineering field. So it is very important for to find out the various sheet metal operation and the time required for making various different sheet metal operation, and also the cost of sheet metal shop is also very important in terms of finding the machining operation. For preparing the products, the first development product is marked on the sheet, and then for preparing any products using sheet metal, you need to mark the product for required length. Then you have to develop the sheets according to requirement. For example, for making funnel, you have to develop for making a cylinder, you have to develop a rectangle. So development is required in a sheet metal shop. So all those operation you must know before going to estimate the sheet metal shop. Then the sheet is cut along the marked lines. So after the development, the marking has done, and using that marking, the sheet metal has to be cut using shear or knife. When the large number of products are of same size to be manufactured, then a template is made for making the sheet. So an engineering working in the sheet metal shop must have the good knowledge of regarding the geometry of the sheet metal, such as uh, funnel shape, or it may be wedge shape, or it may be square, rectangle shape, circular shape, and the mensuration, that means the labor charges in sheet metal shop, and the development of the surfaces. So the engineer must have the knowledge of development of the sheet metals and the various formula for finding the area, and also the geometry, plane geometry for finding the volume of the geometry, area of the geometry. So these things, this knowledge must for the engineers who are developing, who are estimating the cost in the sheet metal shop. Sheet materials. Most of the sheet metals are of steel, which is rolled into sheet of various thickness and then coated with zinc, tin, or lead. Other common sheet metals are zinc, copper, aluminum, and stainless steel. So most of the sheet metals which is available in the market is made up of steel, which is rolled into sheet by means of different rollers. Then some coating is applied on that sheet, such as coating of zinc, tin, for various purposes, such as to avoid corrosion and to increase wear and tear. So see, these coatings are applied. So other common sheet metals are zinc, copper, aluminum, and stainless steel. Okay. So the different sheet thickness for different gauge numbers as given below. So usually the sheet metals are expressed in terms of gauge number. You can see, if you go for any sheet metal, then you must know the gauge number. So the different gauge number have different thickness. For example, if you go for gauge number 10, then the thickness of this gauge number is in millimeter is 3.25 millimeter. Similarly, the gauge number 12 indicates 2.64 millimeter. The gauge number 14 indicates 2.03 millimeter. The gauge number 16 is 1.62 millimeter. The gauge number 18 means 1.22 millimeters. This gauge 18 is usually used in our cupboards or aluminum our cupboards. You can see in our households the various almirahs we have used. So these almirahs are made up of this 18 number gauge, but that is thickness of 1.22 millimeter, and the gauge number 20 indicates 0.91 millimeter. You can see that if you increase the gauge number, and this thickness will be keep on reducing. So increasing the gauge number, decreasing the thickness. So if you the gauge number with the least number indicates the higher thickness. So that must be, you must know the these things about the gauge for finding the thickness of the sheet metal. And then comes to the various sheet metal operation. Breaking out. So breaking out is the sheet metal operation. In this the first folds or rips in the sheet are removed. If there is any fold, if the fold is there in the sheet metal, or any rips are in the there in the sheet metal, these are removed by either with the help of hammering with the using mallet, by beating the sheets with the mallet slowly, or by passing the sheet through the roller. So breaking out operation is the process of removing the folds or any rips which is available in the sheet metals, already available in the sheet metals, by means of simply beating the sheet by means of mallet, or by passing the sheet through the roller, so that will clear the sheets. So that operation is known as breaking out. Then next is the bending. The bending is the operation of producing cylindrical surface from the flat sheet. The process of producing cylinders, so circular cylinder by means of a flat sheet which is rectangular. Then if you fold it, and with using suitable grooves joints, we are making it as a circular process, circular cylinder, then it is called as bending. The bending is the process carried out for making cylindrical shape from the sheets. The length of the sheet requires bending can be calculated by length of the bending equals to 2 pi r into theta degree divided by 360 degree, where r is the radius of the bend, theta degree is the angle of bend. Turning up. Turning up is done for making sharp bends to sheet metal for seaming, hemming, etc. If you are making a sharp bends, very sharp bends to sheets for seaming and hemming purpose, then it is known as turning up. Hollowing. Hollowing is the process of beating the metal sheets for giving concave shape. You can see in the figure the process of beating the sheet metal in order to produce the concave shape, like a as shown in figure. So this process is known as hollowing. So hollowing process, in hollowing process we are beating the sheet metals by means of a wooden mallet or a small aluminum or iron mallet for producing concave shape in the sheet metal as shown in figure. The allowance for hollowing is given by half into base square into height square. So rising is opposite of hollowing. It is also the process of beating the sheet metal for producing convex shape. So in case of hollowing we are producing concave shape. In case of rising we are producing convex shape. So hollowing for rising is similar, half into base square into height square. Next, planishing. Planishing is the process of giving final finish to the hollow or raised surface by removing the minor bends. So the process of giving the final shape to the sheet metal by removing the minor bends. If there is small minor bends produced in the sheet metal, that will be removed, so that it will give the final finishing to the hollow or raised surface. So this planishing process is done after hollowing or rising process. So after rising and hollowing process, if there is any small bends or minor bends produced in the sheet metal, that will be removed to give the final finishing to the this hollowing or raised surface. Then it is known as planishing operation. Edge stiffening. Whenever a sheet metal object is made, some type of edge must be formed to give the product a finished appearance as well as to provide additional strength for the edge, known as edge stiffening. Wiring, it is the edge stiffness process in which the wire is inserted in the sheet metal articles to give stiffness to the edge. So wire is inserted into the stiffness of the edge to produce the to give the stiffness to the edge. Allowance for wiring is equal to 2.5 times the dia of wire plus 4 into thickness of the sheet. Next, false wiring. It is the stiffness process, edge stiffness process. This process is done like wiring process, but at the end of the process the wire is taken out. So this false wiring means it is nothing but the edge stiffness process. In the wiring process we are inserting the wire in order to give the stiffness to the edge, but in case of false wiring we are inserting the wire to the edge, but we are removing the this wire after the finishing. The wire is taken out. The wire in case of wiring the wire is placed, but in case of false wiring after finishing the edge the wire is taken out, so that the appearance is just like that it has been wired. So it looks like it has been wired, but there is no wire. The wire will be removed, so then it is known as false wiring. Hemming. You can see in the figure, hemming is the process of edge stiffness process. For while joining the two sheet metals, we have to make the edge stiffness, edge preparation. So groove has to be made. So edge stiffness process in which the edge of the sheet metals are folded. You can see in the two single hemming and double hemming, the edge of the sheet is is bended. You can see in the bend it is bended. Folded, it is folded. You can see it is a single fold. Here you can see a double fold. So why this folding is done? Because to connect two sheets. So if there is a opposite sheet like this, so other sheet will come like this, so it will make a perfect joint. Before that we can do in between these joints we can have this one riveted joint will produce between these two joints to give the perfect joints. So it is the process of folding the edges of the sheet for joining process, for joining the two sheets. If it is done once, then it is called hemming. When it is folding is done at the twice at the edges, then to give the larger strength, then it is called double hemming. Okay. Flanging. It is the process of edge stiffness process in which the edge of the sheet is folded at an angle 90 degree to give the shape of the flange. So you can see the edge of the sheet metal is folded to a 90 degree. You can see this is folded to 90 degree to this sheet. So in order to give the shape of the flange. Next is sheet metal joint, lap joint, single seam joint, double seam joint, grooved joint, single plate butt joint, dovetail joint, and riveted joint. So lap joint, in this process the joint one edge is overlap over the other. So when lap joint is nothing but overlapping one sheet over the other, then these are either welded or riveted or soldered. After the plates are placed one above the other, it is either riveted or either it is welded or it is soldered. Single seam joint. In single seam joint, it is a joint in which the bottom of the bottom to a vertical body is joined as shown in figure. If the bottom to a vertical body is joined as shown in figure, for a this allowance is taken as 5 times the thickness. Double seam joint, it is similar to the single seam joint, but difference is that the edges formed at the bottom is bent upwards against the body to give more strength. Grooved joint, in this joint the folded joints are locked together as shown in figure. It is used where the tension in the sheet is high. Single plate butt joint, in this joint the cover plates width is nearly 10 times the thickness of the sheet. In this joint the cover plates of the width nearly 10 times of the sheet thickness is jointed. That means here in the butt joint the plates are placed next to another. It is not overlapped, it is placed next to another, and upon which a cover plate is used which is 10 times the thicker than the original sheet metal. Dovetail joint, In this joint, the portion of the sheet of the length is 12 to 20 times the thickness of the sheet of the width, and width is 4.5 times the thickness of the sheet, is cut to form the dovetail. So you can see it is cut to form the dovetail here. It is used to join the flat plates with cylindrical shapes. Next, the riveted joints. The joints are formed by using some types of rivets. The formula for the rivets is diameter of the rivet equals to 1.92 times the T, and pitch equals to 3 times the diameter, and distance between two center of the rivets is 1.5. So thank you for watching this session.